I've got every generation of Volkswagen's Golf R models to celebrate 50 years of the Golf. They've been lent to me by Volkswagen, and here we're going to find out how the performance of these cars has evolved over the years. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching CarWow. The Mark IV Volkswagen Golf R32 has a 3.2 litre naturally aspirated V6 petrol engine with 241 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. It sends the power to all four wheels via a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox, and the car weighs in at 1,477 kilos. When it was new in 2002, it cost just over £22,000. Next up, the Mark V Golf R32. It also has a 3.2 litre naturally aspirated V6 petrol engine, but here it puts out 250 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. It sends the power to all four wheels via a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox and weighs 1,510 kilos. In 2005, when new, this car cost just under £24,000. The Mark VI Golf R has a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that puts out 270 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque. It sends the power to all four wheels via a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox, and it weighs 1,546 kilos. When new, this car cost just under £31,000. Next up is the Mark VII Golf R. It also has a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine, although here it makes 300 horsepower and 380 Nm of torque. It drives all four wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox, and the car weighs in at 1,500 kilos. When new in 2013, it cost just under £32,000. Finally, we come to the Mark VIII Golf R. It has a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 320 horsepower and 420 Nm of torque. Once again, it sends power to all four wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. When new, this particular version of the Golf R costs from just over £43,000. Sam, everyone says I always put myself in the fastest car, but I've put you in the fastest car, the latest, the current Mark VIII Golf R. Are you confident?
Yeah, this just wins everything, doesn't it? Don't really know why I'm here other than to destroy you, which is wonderful, and I'm sure all the fans would like to see that. So good luck to you all, and yeah, I just have to aim forwards and go, don't I?
Although, Nick sat next to you is in the Mark VII, so there's not that much of a difference in terms of horsepower, so it could be quite tight actually, Nick, so pressure.
Yeah, they are quite close. It's really a 2-horse race, isn't it? You three are just here as spectators. It's Sam versus me in the two new-ish cars. Yeah, it should be interesting at this end of the runway anyway.
So I'm quite interested to find out actually what happens between my car and your car, because there's quite a big jump in horsepower, isn't there, between these generations? And also, we have similar horsepower, Rory. You're in the Mark V with the V6, but obviously I'm turbocharged. I've got, 2 less cylinders, but I'm turbocharged. So this is going to be interesting between the two of us, and we've both got launch control as well.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. We've got similar power. We weigh a similar amount, so it could be very close. Yeah, very interesting to see.
Stefan in the first one, the R32 Mark IV, just admiring German countryside, aren't you, Stefan?
Don't understand you.
I basically just said, thanks for lending us your cars. Thank you. It's not because he's German, I'm just hard to understand for most people. Anyway, Stefan, I'd like to compare the sound difference between all these generations of Golf R. So let's put our windows down so we can hear each other's cars. So Stefan, can you give us some revs in your original R32?
Ooh, sounds nice.
Yeah, the old timer sounds beautiful. Let's have a listen to the Mark V. That sounds loads different. What do they do in that generation? Right, let's have a listen to mine. I think this sounds better than yours, Rory.
It does, yeah. It sounds a lot deeper.
But it's a 4-cylinder. What do they do? Okay, let's have a listen to yours, Nick. Oh, wait.
You've got a pop.
You got a soft limiter?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that.
Let's have a listen to yours then, Sam, the latest car.
It's got a little pop. I'm going to do launch control, hold on.
Yeah, that's quite good. On the up rev, Sam sounds better. On the overrun, Nick sounds better. This sounds better than every other car apart from the Mark I, which sounds the best. Are we all agreed?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you agree? Vote in the comments. Tell us which one you thought sounded the best. Anyway, let's get on with this race.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! This absolutely shot off the line.
Ariadne.
Come on! What's going on?
What the f? What?
What?
How is Matt so quick? What's going on with that 6?
This is crazy. What happened? That was weird.
Matt, are you on your own prepped surface?
I don't know what happened because you actually took off ahead of me, then you started to like fade. I don't really know what to say.
That's the fastest and best sounding 4-cylinder I've ever heard and seen.
But Rory, how close were you to Stefan?
I was quite a way ahead of Stefan, to be honest, a long way. Yeah, I don't really understand it either.
Right, let's just have one more race because Sam, I don't know, can you pedal a bit quicker?
Looks like I'm gonna have to.
Maybe your car's bogged down, let's just give it another go. Stefan, how was your launch?
The car doesn't drive.
Have you broken your car?
No, the gearbox has problem.
Oh. Do you want to have a little look at it?
We must look and the same no more.
Do you want to do it again?
Yes, again.
I think that's the best launch I ever got in a Golf R. Ever.
3, 2, 1.
That was a better launch by me.
Bad launch.
Wow, this thing is mental.
Oh God, Matt's still quicker than me.
This is like as fast as an M2 or something. What happened there, Nick?
Did he beat Sam as well? Yeah, so I got a great launch, was ahead of Sam, was about to start celebrating, until you, in your brown mobile, won.
Are you right, Sam? What's going on?
I'm literally livid. Well, first of all, this bogged and Nick beat me, which is unbearable anyway. But I'm calling bullshit on you, that something's wrong here. Like, you are the best YouTuber at launching cars on the planet, I get that, but no, I'm not having this.
Let's just line up again. Okay, listen, I need to check something because this is just the weirdest thing ever. One, two, three, four, five, six. Pop your bonnet, Nick.
What's going on?
Yeah, look. Get this off. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pop your bonnet, Sam. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Have you got 2 more cylinders?
It's got a different engine in it. So this should be a 6-cylinder, right? Wait a minute. So my car, right, it's got 6 cylinders.
What?
Yes, it's got 6 cylinders.
What if I got a V8?
No, you've got 6 cylinders as well, but your car's got a load of turbo kit on it. Pop your bonnet, Stefan. That's how it should look. That's how his car should look. Right. And mine should look a bit more like the Mark 7. Let's find out what's going on. This is Michael from Volkswagen. He looks after the heritage fleet. We thought we were racing each generation of Golf R.
Yes, this is.
Those aren't normal.
Yeah, no, this is what we find for Golf R. Because,
Are you having a joke on me or something?
yeah, we had 2 Easter eggs for you today, so
Okay.
They will both built for our board members.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when we were doing like the sound check and stuff, it's like, well, this sounds pretty blooming fruity for a 4-cylinder.
it's-
And that didn't sound as good. I thought it was going to sound like that one,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
it didn't sound like that one. And obviously mine was just completely weird.
Yeah.
And like when I was driving it down there, I was like, it feels as quick as an RS3. In fact, it feels more like an RS4 or an RS5. No wonder it bloody worked. So these were made for board, these two cars.
Yeah, these two cars were made for board members. This is our innovation car because they thought, okay, an R has to have 6 cylinders, and it came with 4, but we have one with 6 cylinders. So
That is the car they should have built. Oh, sorry, I got so excited I dropped my radio. But I suppose you couldn't because of Audi.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, wow.
but you have Audi brakes, so
Ah.
Audi and Lamborghini rims. So
Yeah, because everyone goes on about me putting myself like in the quickest car, but I put myself in the middle so I can commentate. Joker, thank you very much.
Okay guys, so what's happened is these two cars,
Mark 5 and the Mark 6 are like unicorns. They're like made specially for board members. So they're obviously not the production cars. I think Volkswagen having a little bit of a joke on us for a bit of German lols.
It's quite funny actually.
Sam, I tell you what, mate, because obviously you're a little bit gutted by that, and everyone says that I go in the fastest car. Why don't you and I swap so you can have a go in this one?
Absolutely.
And let's see if I can beat Nicholas and like you. Both the Mark 5 and Mark 6 cars we have here are actually very special. The Mark 5 R32 has an uprated version of the 3.2 litre V6 engine with revised internals and a turbo kit. So rather than 250 horsepower and 320 newton meters, it actually has 450 horsepower and 490 newton meters of torque. And this Mark 6R is even crazier. This one-off version has the engine from a previous R32. So rather than a 4-cylinder turbo, it's also a V6. But it's been modified by Rothy Motorsport, which gave it new pistons, new camshafts, new fiberglass air intake, a Garrett turbocharger and an intercooler. So rather than 270 horsepower and 350 newton meters of torque, this Golf R has 450 horsepower and 530 newton meters of torque.
So if Sam doesn't win this, the fastest driver in the most powerful car by far, that would be slightly embarrassing, wouldn't it?
The battle is here, Nick. The battle is here between me and you.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, big delay.
Come on, look what's going on. I'm pulling Nick back in. Come on!
Oh, come on! Oh, he's gone.
Come on! Come on! Yes!
He's so close.
Okay then, Samuel. You won, but it wasn't by as healthy a margin. So maybe you're not the best driver. Well, in drag racing, I know you're way better than me around a track.
Yeah, this does delay, doesn't it? It's quick though, isn't it? Wow.
It is quicker. Nick, I'm afraid, came past you in the end. You actually got a better launch than me because I was half asleep on the line, but this came past. That bit extra horsepower won the day.
Yeah, no surprises there. I suppose good race though. I had a great time.
Rory, how was it for you, darling?
Yeah, nobody was ever late for a board meeting in this bad boy.
Stefan, though, you didn't smash that car's gearbox, did you? Is it all okay?
It's okay.
Good talk. Good talk. To be fair, he doesn't speak much English, and I speak 9 German. So then, what exactly happened? Well, the Mark 6 won. It completed the standing quarter mile in 12.2 seconds. The Mark 8 took 12.5 seconds, the Mark 7 12.6 seconds, the Mark 5 R32 13.5 seconds, and the Mark 4 R32 came last. It crossed the line in 15.4 seconds. We have a rolling race from 100 kilometers an hour, and we're going to be in normal modes for the car, so the least sporty setting and just full automatic of the gearbox. Okay, so I'll count us in and we'll race to the half mile. 3, 2, 1, go. Kick down, good kick down. Of course, the Mark 6 has gone. Woohoo!
Bye! I've got a board meeting to get to!
So my gearbox goes into like this E economy mode when I'm in comfort, but it's still responding pretty well. What happened to you, Nick?
Really slow to kick down. So yeah, it wasn't great for me.
Sam?
This was awesome. It just bucked like a horse and went. I'm not too sure. I'm glad it's 4-wheel drive because I don't think my front wheels are on the ground.
Ray Rowe?
I was second through the door to the boardroom.
And how was it for you, Stefan?
What?
Good point, good point. Okay, let's do it again and take the gearbox out of the equation. So we're going to go in manual mode, third gear, from 100 kilometers an hour again. 3, 2, 1, go. This will auto change, see. God, it's so much quicker than the Mark 7, this Mark 8 is.
No chance.
Okay, thoughts, Nicholas? I mean, there's quite a big gap between us two, isn't there?
I wonder if the gear ratios are different, because 100 kilometers an hour in third is very near the top of third.
It's the same with me as well, and you'd think that if it was low geared, it'd actually end up going quicker in terms of acceleration. I don't know, maybe an engineer's commenting going, well, that's me. Sam, your gap wasn't so gappy this time.
I don't know. I just didn't do it very well, I don't think. But I still won, so Nick, how's that?
Why are you picking on Nick? You beat me as well. This is weird. There's a lot of anger in you, Sam. Rory, what I don't understand is how your car is similar power to Sam's, yet you're nowhere near, are you? You're kind of like level with Nick, really.
Yeah, I wonder if they're lying to the board back in the day about this car, to be honest with you. In manual mode in this car, it's definitely slower than just being an auto, so yeah, that's why I was a bit further behind.
And Stefan, your thoughts?
It's okay.
Yeah, I totally agree. I absolutely agree with that. Let's do it now. Same thing again, but we'll do it from 50 kilometers an hour in second gear. 3, 2, 1, go. Once again, the difference between the Mark 8 and the Mark 7 is massive. And obviously, super tunes off into the distance. I think that was all pretty self-explanatory, but I think we'll just give the final words to Stefan. I could not agree more. Okay, now we're going to have a brake test from 100 kilometers an hour. When we reach the cones, we're going to do a full emergency stop, see which generation of car stops in the shortest distance. If you'd rather watch another drag race, click up there or follow the QR code, but here comes the line now. Interestingly, the two cars with the upgraded brakes didn't seem quite so upgraded.
I think a lot of focus has gone into getting to the board meeting this car, but they didn't really think about how to stop when you arrived at the doors. Yeah, it wasn't very good. It was quite scary, actually, even from 100 kilometers an hour.
What I don't understand, though, is I'm looking over at Sam's car and it's got massive brakes, and I know they're from an Audi, they're from an RS model. What?
You know, you don't let me do my racing driver things, as you say, so when I brake, you want me to go full ABS. Well, it's got big discs, big 6-pot calipers, it's got a lot of stopping power, but the ABS system, I'm pretty sure the module
Will be from the standard car. So it's just going to be overworking itself. So that was all just ABS.
Yes, the whole way there. There was no good, as we like to say in the industry, retardation of the car.
That just sounded like an excuse to me, did it to you and Nick?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with our collective retardation. It seemed fine, didn't it? Very even, and as you'd expect, the newest car stopped the best.
However, I think we're not done here yet, because there's always been the debate as to which side of the car the steering wheel should be on. Should it be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Obviously, the right-hand side, in my opinion, is the correct side, but let's settle that once and for all now. Right, Nick, you're now sat in a Mark 8 Golf R, but it's the right-hand drive version. I'm in the left-hand drive version. Which is better? We're about to find out. Now, there are some differences between our cars. They're minor, but I'll just talk you through them. You're on Michelin tyres, I'm on Bridgestone tyres. I have the optional Akrapovic exhaust, you don't.
That is very true. And there's also one other difference, which is the inside of this car is 56 degrees centigrade right now. It's been on the back of a truck. It was driven over from the UK this morning. At no point was the aircon on, obviously, whereas yours has been cooling itself down for the last few hours. So I am sweating in here, and we haven't even started yet.
Do you know what this is also a good example of? This particular car is from Volkswagen themselves. That is a customer car.
Well, it was from Volkswagen at one point. It's no longer though, that is correct. Yeah, this is someone's pride and joy. So hopefully they looked after it as well as Volkswagen's looked after that car.
And what kind of mileage do you have?
This car has done 22,820 miles.
Okay, I've no idea what this one has done. Oh yeah, I've got it 21,000 kilometres. It's not that different. Anyway, let's get on with this race and see if your sweatiness puts you off. This could be all about traction off the line and the tyres. So let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Neck and neck off the line. Come on, Germany!
Ooh, that was neck and neck, wasn't it?
That's interesting. This is definitely gapping that car.
It's quite a bit quicker.
Okay, I think our launchers were pretty bang on, and I was gapping you.
So the tyres are definitely not the reason you won, are they?
Maybe it's fuel. Have they put like super in this and just normal in that? I don't know.
On that note, this does have a full tank of fuel. How much fuel does yours have?
Pretty much a full tank, really. You're heavier than me. How heavy are you?
Well, I weighed 82 kilos when I got in this car. I think I've sweated out about 10 of that, but that sweat is still in here. So yeah, it's still 82 kilos of added weight.
Yeah, so you're about 9 kilos heavier than me.
Maybe they added weight in making it right-hand drive. They'll have built it for left-hand drive and then presumably had to fiddle around with bulkheads and other things to make this work. So maybe this is heavier.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the left-hand drive Mark 8 won. It completed the standing quarter mile in 12.5 seconds. The right-hand drive Mark 8 took 12.7 seconds. Let's go then, rolling race from second gear from 50 kilometers an hour. I actually can't see the speed. Oh, there it is, down there in the corner. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was profoundly different.
This car's quicker, isn't it?
It definitely is. That was an even bigger difference, I think, than the standing quarter mile. That was profoundly different.
Let's do a brake test. Now I wonder if your tyres were actually grippier than mine, so you've got a good launch which masked some of the lack of performance of your car. We'll find out in the brake test maybe. Now we have a brake test from 160 kilometers an hour. Will there be much of a difference between these two cars? Let's find out. There's 160.
Yeah. Stop!
Well, that's interesting.
I think you were right about those tyres. I think these really helped me out in the quarter mile standing start and in the brake test, but weren't really doing anything for me in the roll-on.
The good thing is, it appears that Volkswagen hasn't picked a tricked up version of their cars, so the customer car can be as good as the manufacturer's one, or the ones we get to use for press purposes. But I'm still none the wiser. Right, let's find something out. Rory, do you know what grade of fuel that Zane will have put in that Golf R, the UK one?
I think you told me it was 95, yeah, just standard 95.
Okay, wait a minute. Right, let's just find out from VW's team. Michael? Yeah, I'll just come over here a second. What grade of fuel is in this car?
We put 102 octane fuel in every of our cars because R is for racing and so the best fuel.
Okay, so 102, that was 95 in there.
Yeah.
I was always under the impression that if you run higher octane fuel, it's just better for the engine, but you will always have the right amount of power that's stated by the manufacturer. Is that not the case then?
No, more power, more acceleration and
Really?
yes, it is.
Because I thought the ECUs figured out what fuel it was, but you only had that horsepower. So, when you state the horsepower of a car such as this, do you state it with the lowest grade fuel?
I think this is 98 octane.
So when the manufacturer states this is the performance of this car, like 310 or 320 horsepower, it's calculated using 98 octane. So if you put in 102, we will have more horsepower. And if we put in 95, we'll have less horsepower. Do you know what? I've been doing this all these years, and I always assumed that the ECU figured out what the fuel octane was, and it would just adjust it so that you always had that stated horsepower.
Probably not.
That was all very interesting, wasn't it? Now I want to say huge thanks to Zane, F1 German is his Instagram, for lending us his Mark 8 Golf R. Anyway, listen, huge thanks to Volkswagen as well for sorting out this drag race, really appreciate that, and for lending us their cars. If you want to watch some other videos, click on the video windows, and if you want to see how these cars caught more times compared to everything else we have at drag race, then just click on the carwow logo. Thanks for watching.